Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video with the Arduous Moth. Today we're going to be looking over the British battlecruiser Rooke, and I wanted to discuss about this ship. Is the reason is I don't like it. I can't get along with this ship. Yes, it has 9 15-inch guns at tier 7, which some people may say, oh yeah, that's absolutely amazing. You got 9 15-inch guns. Yeah. Which aren't that good. I mean, this thing can't hit the side of a barn if it tried to. The other thing is, this thing has basically no armor. This thing gets farmed to death. Unlike the hood, which is pretty bloody tanky. Honestly, the hood is extremely tanky. The Rooke is definitely a letdown. It doesn't have that good of hit point. 59,000, which, if I am correct, that is reasonably high. I mean, it's the average, honestly. So it's got average hit points, and it's got really bad armor. Now the speed is pretty damn impressive. This thing is really quick. 31.9 knots. That is, I believe, with the speed flag. No, it's not with the speed flag. With the speed flag, you are doing 33.5, 33.5. With the engine boost, so if we just quickly do the calculations, real quick. 3.5 divided by 0.08. 268. Okay. That comes up to 36.1 knots that you can do in a straight line with this thing. So she's pretty quick. Her AA, even though she gets DFAA, which her AA is only alright, it's only decent when you activate this DFAA, or defensive anti-air. So if we just look at her AA real quick, so she gets how many flak? She gets 3 flak, which is that's pitiful, really. The Ashitaka, I know, has pretty miserable AA as well. It's not as bad as the Ashitaka, but it's still pretty awful AA. You do have a fire range of 5.8, which, if I look at the hood, it's the same as the hood. Now the continuous is 243, which is about 1.5 times more than that of the hood. So your AA is it's good and bad. You have less flak, but you have more continuous DPS AA. Her heal, I'm comparing this to the hood, honestly, because the hood and the Rooke are rather similar. The hood has a pretty strong heal, 406 hit points per second for the action time 28. If we look at the Rooke, 296 for 28 seconds. The heal isn't that good. If you combined the really tragic armor with the heal, this thing takes a ridiculous amount of chunk damage. Now, admittedly, she does have really good deck armor here. But that's literally it. That's. So I can't put into words of just how rubbish the armor is on this thing. The guns. The guns are very troll. Now bear in mind, these guns are off of the Monarch. Monarch is tier 8. I look at the Monarch. I've played the Monarch. And I have to admit, the Monarch, the main guns on this, 25 seconds. Okay, it's 25-second reload. Now, the dispersion, again, isn't really that good, but the reload counteracts that. I would say the Monarch is actually more accurate than the Rooke. So the Rooke has the same guns, Mark 7s and Mark 3s. So, Mark 7, Mark 3s. But you get a 6-second longer reload with worse dispersion. You know, that's 200 meters dispersion. It says 200. And you think, 200? That seems pretty damn impressive. Yeah. It doesn't feel like 200. It feels like more like 300. These guns are horrifically inaccurate. At times, I would say like half the time, you will notice the dispersion is going to be pretty damn impressive. But the other half, it's like your gun is drunk, basically. I'm really not enjoying this ship. I'm nearly at the Hawk, which I'm 26,000 away, and I will do a review video of the Hawk when I get it. This thing has 406 in Fricassee, Mark 1s in Fricassee. And I believe those are the same guns which are on the Lion. If I can find it. Are they on the Nelson? Mark 1s. This is interesting. Colossus. Okay, don't need to know that. So they're completely unique gun. Okay, that's interesting. But yeah, I'm not enjoying the Rooke at all. I really am not. This thing. The torpedoes as well. The torpedoes aren't bad. The torpedoes are probably the selling point of this ship. The torpedoes actually do better than the main guns, which is ridiculous. I will say, when these main guns connect, they hurt. They really hurt. The fire chance is a bit low, 36%. I mean, fine, it's 36%. I believe if I go to the Hawk, the Hawk has 45, so you go from 36 to 45, so that's a 9% jump. So, yeah. And I believe you might also get, you get slightly better flak, and you get slightly better DPS. So that's pretty good. What is the accuracy? 75%. So 84, 480, 28. Okay. So look at this. Oh, actually, hang on a minute. The Rooke actually has better DPS AA. 84, 480. Yeah, it has slightly better DPS AA. Um, I will do a separate video of showing gameplay of me playing this ship. Um, but in all honesty, I would give this thing probably like, if it didn't have the torpedoes, I would give this thing a 4 out of 10. In my own opinion, honestly. But because it has the torpedoes, actually, 4 out of 10 is a bit harsh. I would say I'll give it a 5, probably even a 5.5 out of 10. But because it's got the torpedoes, it's got the really decent AA, and it's ridiculously quick, I would probably pull it 7, 6.5 out of 10. It's just the fact that the armor is so bad, and it just doesn't have that good health. And this thing, I believe as well, has... Yeah, I mean, the maneuverability is pretty good. You know, 11.9. I was expecting it to be worse than that. But yeah, I can't pull it higher than 7. I just can't. The guns are troll, and the torpedoes, they're not fastest, but when they hit, they do damage. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm going to see you in the next video. Peace!